All right, Capricorn risings, let's get into it. If you have sun and moon, it can apply if you just look at it from that perspective of self, business, or emotions. Okay, so your Capricorn rising and Jupiter is in your seventh house. It's nice. It's nice not just because of Jupiter. Jupiter is like a subset to this overall theme that is really nice for you guys, which is taking a look at your 10th house. Why the 10th house? Well, when we look at the whole history of what's been happening in your chart with the other air signs, Pluto is now sitting in this second house. Really nice for the long term. Gemini is going to sit in Uranus in your sixth house for a good period of time. Really good. So things are changing. The day-to-day interactions with people when it comes to business and career and movements and everyday actions are changing. 10th house is empty, but that's also not bad because if you have 10th house placements, you're already going to have to deal with the monster in the room. Or not even really monster, but for lack of a better term, monster, because you don't want to address it. And that's that fourth house. The reason why it's a monster is because the fourth house has what you are trying to avoid, which is detachment from your job, detachment from your responsibilities of taking care of other people. And you guys notoriously keep putting yourselves in situations where you have to be the one to help and heal and hold the family together, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, no. Capricorn risings do have a hard life. I don't blame them for it, but they are able to overcome. That 12th house is all about advancement and growth. It is a linear or exponential trajectory, depending on what they want, right? But it can also exponentially suck a lot. And having just had Pluto sitting in your first house for quite a bit of time, this is not a walk in the park placement. And so therefore, now that Pluto's no longer sitting in your first house, you are no longer stuck with the big dreams that you want and the feeling like you did not make it or constantly comparing yourself to that. No longer. And this is where we come back to Jupiter. Jupiter sitting in this sign in the seventh house is phenomenal for you to let go. Saturn's going to do all that deep cleaning, and Jupiter is going to be doing the polishing, let's just say. Jupiter's only going to be there for 1 year. Saturn's going to be there for 2.5. So how do you deep clean something if it's going to go away before you even polish it? Well, it's kind of like those machines that clean and then also wax at the same time on the floors in the cafeteria hallway. You don't have to have the whole thing deep cleaned, but just enough is a good start. And that's the sort of momentum that we want to keep for you, so that way the rest of the transits that happen with Jupiter can carry on that deep cleaning energy. Ergo, when Jupiter is in Leo and it's going to trine that fourth house, it will further emphasize this as it touches Neptune. And this trine between these two are going to be phenomenal for you, right? Because you're going to be taking the immediate action to do what you need to do, alongside with the fact that the nodes are now in Pisces and they're going to move to Aquarius. So this aligns really well in the next 4 years. Like, it's really good. So all in all, when you start sitting down and you piece everything together, this is a good transit. All of it. Even the Pluto, even the Saturn and Neptune, it's all good. The problem here lies in whether or not you have the ability with that fourth house to let go, right? Let go of friendships, and then also reevaluate your own personal relationships. I know that this doesn't exactly have an aspect or whatever, but the ruler of Mars is both. Mars rules Scorpio and it rules Aries. So they're going to be affected equally. And if you have Scorpio placements, even more so. Jupiter will be trining your 11th house as it opposes your rising, but it will heal the people that keep coming into your life that inevitably want to take from you because it's Capricorn rising, or because they have mommy issues and they're like, you're the person that has to heal me because you just seem like such an adult. What happened to just being a child? You can access that too. You have the ability to be a child. And part of the South Node here is allowing you to forego the responsibility that you have to have for the people that are dragging you down, so that way you can move towards what you need, which is longer term stability for yourself. You don't have to keep fighting, right? Like, stop, let it go, right? Also, last but not least, I want to kind of address, I know this is like a shorter video, but I got really straight to the point. I want to address the leaving of Uranus in Taurus officially into the 6th house. I covered the 6th house part, but when Jupiter was sitting here in Gemini, it did kind of overstate how much you needed to absorb different aspects of what you can't control. You guys subconsciously want this magical freedom, but Pluto sitting here was like, no, you got to commit. You got to be perfect. Everything has to be whatever before you can enjoy yourself. And, you know, fun activities could have been drinking or just pleasure, but I think that it can be more so now, so that you enjoy your body, doing things that allow you to adventure, going to a flea market, doing long distance stuff in small pockets, or doing many small distance stuff in big pockets, if that makes sense. Because the 6th house here is going to be fighting your subconscious. And so as Uranus leaves what was comfortable, the ways that you've been looking to actually engage in fun since 2017 also changes. Maybe it reverts back to what it was, but I would hope you evolve from that. Because now in 2025, moving forward, this is now going to ask you, do I want to travel 40 minutes to a new city just to try something new? Or do I want to travel to a whole new country just to try something? If I was to have this rising sign, my point of view would be starting small and spanning out. Do everything in your nearest vicinity and then go out. Or to balance that, you could do some stuff, one thing here, another thing here, another thing here. But don't go chaotically. I know Gemini is going to make you feel like you got to do these things, but make a pattern, so that way your 9th house feels as it has some sort of stability and it's not going insane, because, you know, you're not changing your rising. You're still a Capricorn rising outside of your progress chart. All right. That's all I got for you guys. It wasn't too much, but I know you guys really enjoy getting straight to the point, and so I did so. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to check me out on my other pages, and I'll see you soon.